Hey, good morning everybody. David White Wolf of White Wolf Wilderness. I brought you out here with me. I want to show you this transition zone here in the deep south, moving out of a wetland into a dry prairie type of area that's filled with hardwoods and sable palms. That's a special plant there. We'll do a video later and talk about the sable palm and the many uses of it. But what I'm looking for more specifically are a few plants that will help when we're out in the wild and we get a dose of bad water. These plants not only provide food but good medicine, and they grow everywhere in this transition zone here in the south, everywhere that I've found. I've already used one of them this morning, and right here's one. This is a wax myrtle, and if you take the leaves of this plant and you crush them up until you get that oil extracted, you rub that all over your skin. It's a good mosquito repellent. The indigenous peoples here use this stuff for thousands of years. Now what's good with this is you take the leaves also and make a tea and boil it. It's good in reducing fevers. You can also scrape the bark from the root, and it has antiviral, antibacterial properties in the intestines. It will help with diarrhea and things like that. Now, right below it, now these blackberries, just about everywhere you go, you can find these blackberries in the spring and summer and late fall. And springtime's when they have their berries. That's the food source. With these leaves, you could take 2 or 3 of these leaves and boil some water, make a cup of tea, and these have a really good anti-diarrhea medicine in them. So if you were out, like I said, and you got a bad dose of water, this would be one of the plants that I'd be looking for, and also that wax myrtle. Another interesting fact about that wax myrtle is it's also called the candleberry tree, because in the fall it will get heavy compact drupes of seeds that are just covered with wax, and if you take those off and boil them, then you can extract that pure wax and just skim it from the top of the water when it boils. So that's another use of that plant. But I wanted to bring you out here and tell you that, you know, it doesn't matter where you go. There's always something, some kind of food, medicine, shelter around you. So take a little time and just know what's in the environment around you, and that will help you when you go out in places and you need the provisions to survive, or to heal yourself, or to just get by and sustain yourself temporarily. Now, I think I see a little otter. We're gonna go take a look at that, and then I'll get right back with you. This is a Florida otter. He just caught looks like a smallmouth bass. Pulled it up here on the side of the pond. Having himself quite a feast there. I don't see these too often anymore. They used to be around a lot more. But with people encroaching on their habitat, their numbers are becoming less and less. So this is a rare opportunity to get to see one in the wild. I'm always glad to see it. I just hope that one day my grandchildren will be able to enjoy this. I just don't know that they will. I pray so. It's a beautiful sight. Florida otter having his breakfast. Fish for breakfast every day. Well, I hope you enjoy this, and we'll get back now to the medicinal plants we were talking about. Alright, here we are again. I wanted to give you one more quick look and give you a brief description of these plants, so when you go out you'll know better what you're looking for. This wax myrtle has pinnate leaves. They're about 1.5 to 2 inches long with a waxy gloss on them. You can see they're kind of shiny, and that tree will be just covered with these leaves. And the blackberry, you know the blackberry by the waxy serrated leaves, but also more specifically by the briars that run along the stems that always catch on your clothes and grab hold of you. See if I can get a close-up. I don't think I'm going to, though. Interesting enough, right below this blackberry is would have been a food source itself back in about April. This turtle nest would have been full of eggs, but it seems that one of the expert survivors in the wild that is notorious for digging up turtle nests has been here already, and that would be a raccoon. You can see the shell fragments in the bottom of the nest. So these little turtles didn't have a chance, but that would have been a good food source, again, if you just know when and what to look for. So I hope you enjoyed this video and the content. I appreciate your support, and thanks again. David White Wolfe.